Good morning, everyone. Well, it's getting interesting. You may remember the 13th and 14th Orangatamoriki uplifts that I posted. They were given a legal request. YouTube were given a legal request to have it blocked in New Zealand. Those videos were blocked by YouTube, and it turns out now that Bit-Chute have also made them unavailable. Rumble, however, and Odyssey, they're still up and playing fine. Now, apparently during a court proceeding last week, Judge Moss was somewhat concerned about these videos and how they got up. Well, in case she's curious as to who published them, it was me, Judge Moss. All the rules and regulations were complied with. The identity of the child and the mother were not released. Their identity was blurred, so all aspects were taken. It was also published for educational purposes in compliance with the Orangatamoriki Act and what can and can't be released. So it turns out that in court last week, lawyer for child, or Orangatamoriki's lawyer, piped up and said that Orangatamoriki had made a complaint to NetSafe, and it was NetSafe that went ahead and had them removed. So I'm looking at NetSafe's website now, and I'm going to ring them, and it's saying, we're here for you. If you or someone you know has been harmed online, we're here to help. We're here to provide the support you need. So I believe that my channel and my good name is being harmed by the actions of Orangatamoriki trying to silence it. Now, it's already been internationally disseminated, and I'm curious as to why NetSafe hasn't managed to get it removed from Rumble. So I thought, let's give them a call. So NetSafe's number is 0508 638 723. We'll give them a call and see what they have to say.
Kia ora and welcome to NetSafe. We support Kiwis experiencing harmful content online. We value your privacy and will handle any information you give us according to our privacy statement located on our website.
Right.
If you prefer, you can make a report 24/7 via our website, netsafe.org.nz. On our website, you'll find lots of helpful tips and tricks to resolve your online issue. Your call is important to us. Please listen carefully to the following options. To anonymously report harmful or unlawful online activity, press 1. To discuss scams or privacy breaches, press 2. To address online harm such as bullying, harassment, offensive content, or sharing of nudes, press 3. For general inquiries, or if you're unsure of your options, press 4. To request a callback from us, press 5. Or stay on the line to hear these options.
I'll go for 4.
Please hold the line while we search for an available team member. Morning, this is Caroline. How can I help?
Hi Caroline, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
Awesome. I've just got, I don't know if it's a general inquiry or what, but I run a YouTube channel along with a Bit-Chute channel, Odyssey, Rumble, all different types of platforms. And on the 13th and 14th of October, I had a friend contact me whose other friend was having her child uplifted by Orangatamoriki at the time. Now, we captured it, recorded it, and published it. There was no child's faces, or the identity of the individuals were hidden. The names were blurred out. The faces weren't able to be identified. Now, it turns out that YouTube received a legal request, government request, for it to be blocked in New Zealand only on the YouTube channel for both of the videos. And it looks like Bit-Chute has now also joined the queue, and they've removed it off of the Bit-Chute. So what do I do about because basically I've complied with all the laws and legislation in regards to what's been published, and it seems that Oranga Tamariki are using NetSafe to remove my content and censor my freedoms under the Bill of Rights, Section 14. So
it may not be NetSafe. So
well, it was brought up in the court proceedings last week by Oranga Tamariki's lawyers that said that they made the call to NetSafe and NetSafe made the thing. So I mean, that's not in dispute. We've got the court transcripts. I'm just curious as to why NetSafe chose to censor my channel, and does it have any ability to remove the Rumble, because it's still up. I mean, it's been internationally disseminated. It's been up for weeks. It's had thousands of views. And ironically, when Oranga Tamariki's lawyer was checking if it was available still on YouTube in the court proceedings last week, she was still able to watch it. I'm guessing she had a VPN on her phone hiding her location, so she was still able to watch it, because that's an easy way to get around the block. So
sorry,
yeah.
What was your name?
My name's Mark.
Mark.
Yep, just Mark.
Dinner? Mark. Yep. Okay. So Mark, we can't. If you know, NetSafe does have that report, we can't give any information out about that report anyway. So
I'm just wondering what do I do about basically having my content censored, which is in compliance with everything, and yet it looks like the government and Oranga Tamariki are just using you guys to censor my stuff. I mean, you've tried that, but
I'll explain to you what we do. Okay, so regardless of who rings us up or who, what we do is you have to self-report first. Whoever it is has to do their own report, and then people come to NetSafe to get NetSafe also to report to whatever the social media platform is. We can do that as long as whoever it is that's making the complaint about the content send us screenshots of the content, and then what we do is we then forward that to whatever the social media platform is, saying, can you please look at this content? It is then up to that channel or platform to decide, does this breach our community guidelines? They make the decision whether that content is taken down or not. So regardless of whether NetSafe sends through the request, it's actually up to the platform. So NetSafe doesn't remove it. We make the request on behalf of the reporter, but we always tell people that ring up or make a complaint or do a web form, we can do that, but it must breach those community guidelines, and if it does, then it's up to that channel or platform to remove the content.
Yeah, and that's the interesting point, because it's not breached any community guidelines and it hasn't been removed, it's just been blocked in New Zealand. The rest of the world can still see it fine. So it's not...
Then that's your argument then actually with those platforms.
Okay.
Because we have no authorisation, we can't tell them. Often we'll report content and they won't remove it. So it is entirely up to that platform whether or not the content is removed.
So that would be why Rumble's still got it up, because
exactly.
they don't have a problem with free speech.
Exactly. So you get different platforms that basically have different conditions and different trust and safety teams.
Right.
You know, some have a large team, some don't have a very large team. Some people have, you know, staff working on it, so they've got the time and the resources, and others don't. So it really is dependent on that platform.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that answers my question to a point. Yeah, as to why it's still up on Rumble and Odyssey, must be because they have different terms and conditions, perhaps.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now when you go onto my Bit-Chute channel, it says it's been removed due to harassment. And I'm sitting there going, but there is no harassment. I looked at their terms and conditions for their definitions of harassment and what is and isn't allowed, and none of those points that have been breached. So I'm kind of curious as to
also,
why nobody's
I know,
contacted me.
I
As
know.
no one bothered to email me and say,
They
hey,
don't.
we've got a problem.
They don't. And they don't always email us either. We just get a call from a reporter saying, look, it hasn't been removed. You know, when they think it breaches, and it hasn't, because the reverse happens as well, where people ring up, they say, look, this does breach there, and it's not removed. So, you know,
Like the Israeli and Hamas thing. You're sitting there watching all of these, you know, Hamas going in and slaughtering all of these people on national TV, and yet I can't put up a video of police manhandling a 13-year-old boy and ripping him out of his mother's arms. And this is literally just to show people what actually does go on. And again, no privacy was breached or anything of them. Perhaps the police didn't like their faces being shown on national TV, but hey, get a different job if you don't want to be in public service. But at the end of the day, I'm just, it disturbs me, because now I'm getting, when you go to the channels, it's saying that it's been removed to harassment, which is in some way defaming me, because now people are thinking, oh, you've been putting up stuff that's harassing people, when clearly that's not the case. So, you know, if it's fair enough, if it's up to the individual, you know, platforms that post it. But yeah, I'm just sort of amazed no one contacted me at all. I mean, if Orangatamoriki spent as much time, you know, not trying to block the content showing how disgusting they're behaving, and actually concentrated on fixing the problem and helping the child, that would be great. But they seem to be spending all of their time in court arguing over videos being released on, and the kid's still sitting there suffering. So, I mean, what do you do? So, okay. Well, I mean, thank you, Caroline.
Okay.
I mean, you've helped me out immensely there, and at least given me some guidance. I appreciate that.
Yes. Okay.
All right. But,
thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So it's up to the individual platform. So she's trying to say, well, it might not have been NetSafe. Well, I'm sorry, but perhaps NetSafe shouldn't be brought up in court proceedings. Neither should my channel. I mean, I'd love to see what. Hey, Judge Moss, why don't you give me a call if you want to ask about the videos? I was in the video too. The other two people that were in the courtroom on the video, they said they didn't publish it. So let's work it out. If out of 3 people, if it wasn't one person that was in the courtroom, and if it wasn't the other person in the courtroom, Judge Moss, tell me, who do you think it could have been? I mean, honestly. But anyway, so for all those that are still wanting to see the disgusting and appalling behaviour of the New Zealand police in Orangatamoriki and how they treat people when they're uplifting kids, and since releasing these videos I'm getting contact left, right and centre from other people that have had similar situations. So you know, it's still happening. The judiciary is nothing but a joke, although I will say in this regard, Orangatamoriki got a right bellacking in court, and they were told to get shit sorted by the end of the month in this particular case that's going on. So yeah, that will be fun. Rest assured though, if Orangatamoriki, I hope you're listening, Orangatamoriki, Jono, Cotton, I mean, if you guys are listening, you try all you like. It's up to the individual platform, and Rumble is going to say fuck you to Orangatamoriki and to the courts and the justice system if they want to try censoring stuff there. So it sounds like Rumble is the only true still supporting free, you know, speech out there, because everything else is getting controlled. Nobody contacts the actual channel owner. Everyone else gets accused of doing stuff that they didn't do, and I'm still sitting here waiting to hear some explanation as to why these pricks thinks they can control things. But it's the old story, you know, most people think, you know, hey, that's my bank account, or that's my YouTube channel, or that's my Rumble channel. It isn't. That's why it's called a YouTube channel or a bank account. It's not a you account. You just have access to something that they own. It's not my YouTube channel. It's YouTube's channel that I have access to. It's not my bank account. It's the bank's account that I have access to, that they can remove access from. So people have to realise you don't own any of this shit. Perhaps Klaus Schwab's right, you own nothing and be happy. Well, I don't know about people that are going to be happy about owning nothing. I know I'd love to see the elites own nothing and be happy. But, yeah. Anyway, so as far as the censorship's concerned, it's still going to be going up there on Rumble. Apparently the lawyer was checking it in the court, and she must have been using a virtual private network to hide her identity or hide her location, because she was sitting in court watching my video on YouTube. And if it's blocked in New Zealand, how is that possible unless she's using a VPN, or virtual private network, to disguise where she is? It's the only way to get around country blockages on channels. But like I say, it's still up there for everyone else in the world that would like to see the disgusting behaviour. And hopefully, the judges, the judiciary will finally stop giving each other reach-arounds and pull their dicks out of their asses and deal with the matter at hand. Because like I said, if they spent as much time on actually helping the children and doing their job as they do to try and censor something, the horse has already left the gate. You're trying to close the gate and they've already left. So you won't be able to control the dissemination of anything I publish. You can throw a spanner in the works, but that's just going to make me more determined. So yes, I hope you all get that in your thick skull. Orangutan-Meriki lawyers, the rest of you, if you want to keep fucking with my channel, I will just double down, triple down, and keep going. Alright? If you want to try... the thing is, if I'm harassing somebody, well, there's the Harassment Act. Why am I not getting a knock on the door from the police saying, well, we have a concern about harassment? Or there's the Harmful Digital Communications Act. If what I've done's breached the law in some way, come and lock me up. But I'm not. And that's what happens. They just use their power and their might, and NetSafe try and talk their way out of it. Well, I don't give a fuck. Perhaps NetSafe should stop being a bullying arm and stop bullying individuals and breaching my Section 14 of the Bill of Rights Act, which is the freedom to seek, receive and impart information and opinions of any kind in any form. Alright, so I'm going to leave it there for this one. There is some more interesting news, but I'll make different videos for those ones. See you later, guys. Bye.